Ligue nationale de l'Algérie.
Going to shake the hand of Ellery Pinkerton. And teams retreat to their benches before the final warm-ups. So the referees tonight from Spain, Mozambique, and Nigeria. Rafa Chongo from Mozambique, Babatunde, Popula from Nigeria, and Miguel Perez España. Miguel Perez. Not the same person. And we've got it could be running up to, it seems like the last game may have been a little bit late. The fouls. We've had a quick turnaround here. So for Zimbabwe, we were talking about Ellery Pinkerton's squad, and really you were highlighting a player from Italy who plays competitively.
Yeah, they've got a couple of players, and this is what we say, that even though they're unknown, the Zimbabwe team, they do have a couple of players that do play at good levels. Vitalis Chikoko is the one who played top league in Italy last year for Reggio. Good numbers as well, played about 12 minutes a game, just 24 years of age. So even though he hasn't played at the AfroBasket stage, he has played at a good league in Europe and also in European competition.
And when you look down that Algerian roster, is there anybody that stands out to you, or is it?
Yeah, for me, Harat is the key player. He's the best one, but really Sheret and Tuati are the other two that rotate on the inside. They may well be the key. Tuati's not going to get the nod to start with today. Instead, they will go with Gazula, who didn't play in AfroBasket 2013, and he's going to give them great depth as well. But for me, that guy right there, Harat, he's one of the best players. I'm a big fan of his. I think he's very similar to Ben Ramdal, who we saw put in a very, very good performance for Tunisia last night.
Tuamani Gazul looks like he's going to be starting. And there you see key players that we wanted to highlight before tonight's game. This is the second day of the AfroBasket, but it's the first game for both of these players.
Harat and Chikoko. Chikoko will match up in a fly position.
welcome to Tunis, everybody. It's AfroBasket 2015, Day 2. It's Algeria and Zimbabwe. And Algeria in the white win the opening tip. And already quickly out of the gate, the man that you highlighted is Mohamed Harat.
Just nose for the ball. He's one of those guys again. Rebounds it, scores in unconventional ways.
Zimbabwe, and three-pointer from Megdad, Samir Megdad, 28 years of age. He's been around. He's got a lot of big games under his belt.
The crowd with them, don't they? Algeria, they brought a contingent of fans. We are in North Africa, of course.
And Megdad goes right back and scores again. And already it's looking like a potential rough baptism here for Zimbabwe. AfroBasket baptism, that is. Coming under, another miss, and quickly across midcourt is Harat. And certainly that's getting the Algerian fans to our left here pretty excited. That again, hands it off to his teammate. Zimbabwe with the rebound. Zimbabwe run the floor well that time, and it's Eric Banda.
Aggressive start, quick start from both teams. Just got through the slugfest really at times of that Angola game. This one's far more up and down.
Another opportunity for Zimbabwe. And foul has been called on Algeria. So Katinda Matururi is at the free throw line. And he's short. First AfroBasket appearance for these guys. The flagship event. Basketball and the SWAT. Somebody just joined the SWAT team. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Oh, and he banks it in. Number 5 for Zimbabwe, Tawanda Chitsindi. And he pulls his team to within just 2 points. And right there you saw Megdad collide with the Zimbabwe player, and then he exchanges low fives. What's this? Oh, he's collided with a big man, Eric Banda.
He hasn't taken any prisoners, has he?
Big fella, Brazil, number 11. Haven't run anything for him yet. And that time, Algeria's Zagala took the 3 and missed. And are they going to count the basket? No. Well, it's going to be foul before the shot. No, it's going to be foul on the shot. 2 free throws. So Mohamed Harat, who started the game with the basket, is to the line. Chikoko's first foul.
So from Zimbabwe, wasn't it? They got into Chikoko's hands. He was deep in the lane, and he's going to score more than he misses of those. So they'll take it as a shot. Execution.
Algeria working it around. Megdad has the ball knocked away Zimbabwe. Good defense from Zimbabwe, and Mektek commits the foul.
Great hands, defense there. Shinjay, look at the stances in, really active. That's exactly what you want. You know, active feet, but then at the same time, anytime chance you get to be active with the hands as well, do so. See if you can tip it away.
Well, you can see the moves inside. Misses again, however, Chikoko. But that's an impressive figure down that low post. They're playing good defense there, keeping his man out of the lane. Quickly, the tug on the shirt.
Yeah.
Is that close to an unsportsmanlike?
Yeah,
when you're not making a play on the ball?
I thought it was pretty automatic to hold the shirt. The 2 shots for Chikoko. He got the block on the other end as well. He's doing absolutely everything right now. Look at that. Great timing.
Chikoko still can't get it to go down, even from the free throw line. The big fella that plays professionally in Italy, 24-year-old center, 2.1 meters in height, 6'11". And now he goes out and makes a steal. Gets it up ahead to Chitsinde. He hit the three-pointer. Chitsinde and Zimbabwe, nice little recovery here. You know, it looked like Algeria, the way they started, this could be good night Irene pretty quickly, but they kind of. What do you think about the tempo of Zimbabwe? How important is it for them?
Yeah, very good. I mean, it is active, isn't it? Pressuring the ball, they've got those deflections to run out in transition. And again, you just never know with teams like this, the depth they have. Can they stay this way for 40 minutes? Challenge. It's a great shot because Gazoo on the one side, he just got that one. Chikoko on the other. The big men like to get after it. They put Chikoko on Harat now. He is this matchup here. That's mobile, and he is the major offensive threat for Algeria.
Oh, good hands again on defense from Zimbabwe. And almost, how in the world, still the defense prevents Algeria from getting a shot off.
You can't put the ball on the floor, can you? Unless you're going past the guy, you've got to be very careful indeed. Dribbling near these Zimbabwe players because they got some active hands.
Now they get it down low again. Spread it outside. And just really careless with the ball. Chitsende just kind of lost control of it. And now it goes back over to the Algerians.
Both teams having turnovers now. I said it was a free-flowing game. It's not as much now.
Now inside, and Harat gets inside. Boy, it's kind of physical inside there. But you know, if you're going to go inside and mix it up, you can expect some physicality.
This is what Harat does. Just, you know, he's a little undersized for his position, but just he's crafty. He's got those fakes, those step-throughs, everything really. He's listed as a small forward, 198, but he's more of a 4 really. He likes to operate in and around the ring. Look at that, the offensive rebound off his own miss.
And then he gets swatted by Chikoko. He's not only on the all-SWAT team, he's going to be the leader of it. Incredible start for him. A long three-pointer. Chitsende trying to get another one to drop. And Well, you know, this Zimbabwe team is intriguing, isn't it? You know, they've got the big guy down low. They've got quick guards. They're playing pretty good defense.
And anytime you play defense like they do, and you've got Chikoko on the inside, you're going to be in a game. You know, you can play against anybody with a lineup like that.
And they've also got some other beef in there. They've got Banda on the ball there. Look at that. I mean, very sloppy play from Algeria. But even so, it's the Zimbabwe pressure D that's putting them under a little bit of pressure. They're on the baseline. Not a bad shot. Mungo Mezi, who's come into the game, number 6. Now the hustle for the loose ball, and boy, Zimbabwe get it back. Just into the lane, puts up a runner, just a little bit out of control. No need for that.
It's got to make the pass. There's a pass that was open there. And all the great work from defense. I'll show you an unselfish watch right there. Is it? It's open. It's Mature. Mature was probably the lead player in their qualifying with 29 points in that famous win for Zimbabwe over South Africa. So get them here. There's number 12.
Inside it goes. Well, he is an impressive physical specimen in there. He hasn't really gotten any touches. They haven't run much for him, have they, Gazuzi? Gazul, rather. Kwame Gazul. And again, it seems kind of like Zimbabwe in a little bit of a rush offensively.
A little out of control now. Harness this energy they have.
Chikoko on the baseline. And beautiful drive that time, and good control as he soared in there. Brian Hoare. Nope. Excuse me, Mehdi Cherrier. So timeout on the floor.
Put the boat on low, give the people, let them go to the line. They're not going to the line. Slow the game down. Don't panic. Relax. Stop playing well. We go to sleep.
They can bring a physical game.
Let's keep on playing the high
Like you said, they've got
Come on, let's go.
the energy. They've got to use it in the right way. Zimbabwe with the 4 steals. That's clearly been the major factor for them.
Absolutely. The energy is great on the defensive end especially, but offensively you've got to play with a clear head. You've got to make a good decision. You've got to hit the right person. You've got to shoot it without too much excitement as well. Because if you're too fired up, then that's when you start to miss, just because you've got more energy than you're used to. So that's perhaps the negative of playing in this competition for the first time.
Coco backs up his man. Oh, boy, he is a big man, and he follows it up.
It's after it too. We've seen some good big guys, haven't we? You know, Moreira in the last game, obviously Salameshri yesterday. Now the steal.
Terrific defense again from Chitsindi.
That's much better from him.
Yep. And a three-point play opportunity for Zimbabwe.
That's what we're talking about, the clear head, you know, the great energy on defense. Watch this. The anticipation, the steal, but then he doesn't force it in transition. He waits for his teammate to come, then he makes a good decision. Hit the man at the right time.
It's Mungo Mezi at the line, and he converts it. So Zerali comes in, number 10, and Amur comes out. So Zerali loosening up over there.
Sherry is a great three-point shooter. 12 points a game he had. 2013 AfroBasket. Loves to step out and shoot like that.
In it goes, and the flush. And Chikoko is telling everybody, I have arrived at the AfroBasket. Goodness gracious. I don't know what's more impressive. His defense, his powerful moves inside. And here he is with a rebound. He owns the paint right now.
I said they're an unknown quantity, and right now that is proving to be their advantage. Algeria haven't really known what to expect.
Oh, beautiful handoff inside. And Zimbabwe alive and kicking. Eric Banda puts it up and force Algeria to call a timeout. Zimbabwe with the lead. And that was Chikoko's dunk.
I tell you what, look how easy he makes this. That is a difficult pickup. There's traffic around him to find room. Watch, it's behind him a little as well. It's a very impressive play. Just 24 years of age as well. A bench like that one.
Lloyd, nobody's going to challenge that. I mean, he is, as we say,
You want to take a charge?
in the playground parlance, it's like no stopping.
He is a beast.
We want the faults, okay? Okay. And then it's good completion. Put them in front of them. We enjoy. Okay, let's go team. 1, 2, 3.
It's been a very impressive start for Zimbabwe, hasn't it, really? Defensively active with quick hands.
Well, that's Chikoko. Yes, he's played. Must have played for Henrik Rode when he was at Trier in Germany, and then he went on to play in Italy. So he's not a stranger to big-time basketball, but certainly what we've seen so far is he's kind of on the way up, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
He didn't choose to go the college route.
He played on the Reggio Emilia team this year. It's had some great European players on there. He's playing with the likes of Krzysztof Larunovic. On the inside, backing him up.
So he's played, you could argue he's played at a higher level of competition in some respects. And he's going up against right now, so he's not going to back down against anybody.
It's a different role though. This is where he's the superstar, yeah. Whereas he's a backup at that level, just 12 minutes a game.
Banda gets the rebound. Also, if he's going up against Krzysztof Lavrinovic of Lithuania, he is definitely coming up against good ball in practice. That's a competition. Three-pointer wide open, and went up for the rebound. Successful. The final 30 seconds here. Intriguing first quarter. Zimbabwe and Algeria. Pointer good in Zimbabwe. So that wrinkle through their game again. That's by number 12. Katinda Patapuri. First three. They're not taking many threes, but the ones they're taking, they're hitting. 4-4 from three-point range. And a foul call. Some extra time off the clock. I wonder if they might put some back on. I love how watching a team that's kind of a team of unknowns that has that energy on defense. And it's that defense that just kind of basically just stabilizes things, doesn't it? And that's what's happened with Zimbabwe. Now they've got 5 seconds to get up the floor quickly. Chikoko hands it off, three-pointer, and just not quite in time, but they call a foul.
Yeah.
So they have called a foul right at the end, and Miguel Perez right on the call. Now Algeria are arguing that it was or after the buzzer, but Gazul is just saying, I fouled, I got all ball, but clearly 3 free throws coming for Zimbabwe. So at least one has stayed out. I never found a three-point shooter, that's for sure. And certainly not on the last play of the shot clock, the right end of the shot clock. He's made the second. So, Zimbabwe, their impressive start to AfroBasket 2015 continues. Zimbabwe lead at 20-15 at the end of the first quarter.
Remember, these guys play control basketball. Yeah? So you also just wait for the back. Let it move, let it work. Push the ball around you. Stop bouncing the ball too much.
But anyway, you can see the stats here in the first
Stop
half.
bouncing the ball too much.
5 steals for Zimbabwe, none
Hold.
for Algeria.
Are you listening?
2
We're
blocks
going to be
for
holding,
Zimbabwe.
pulling for our plays, and making it work. Looking at the defense. Looking at the defense. These guys, they're holding us. Yeah? So let's take it to the ring at all times.
This is the revelation of the AfroBasket.
We've seen some great teams making their name in Uganda. Did very well at this level for the first time. Now Zimbabwe as well. Central African Republic have been very surprising, you know, in the performance that they've put on the floor as well. So a number of teams have come, you know, done really well. Been impressive in this opening couple of days. So
we haven't seen
Mali as well.
We haven't seen a dominant player yet like Chikoko in the low post.
And I'll tell you what else, we haven't really seen a game with an upset yet either. You know, for as close and as well as they've done, you know, they still haven't actually got the win.
Given to Mehdi Cherrier, but on that last play, but we thought it should have gone to Gazul, so we're checking that. In any event, second quarter action is underway here at the AfroBasket.
So this one is on Cherrier. Let's see. It's his second, so it must have been gone on him.
Zimbabwe inbound the ball. Foul. No, it was a foul. Going out on Chitsinde. So Gazul, the man that we thought picked up the foul at the end of the first half, has come out for a breather.
A small hit. Algeria.
Chikoko's out there. You know, this is something they can exploit. And nice drive inside, the challenge, and the foul. So Dekish is starting to get into the game a little bit.
Well, it's an interesting game of cat and mouse between the two coaches then. I say Algeria have gone small. What they'll try and do is try and drag Chikoko away from the ring a little, see if they can get him guard Harat, spread him out, you know, have Harat be on the three-point line as others penetrate, mean that Chikoko can't help or he'll leave a good player wide open.
But Cherrier has to hit the three, doesn't he?
Now, Cherrier can hit the three, there's no problem with that. You know, that's what he wants to do. Harat, not quite as prolific from the three-point line, but he can still knock them down. The problem for Algeria then comes on this end. You know, how are they going to guard Chikoko down here?
Three-point attempt and another foul on Algeria, fouling the three-point shooter. So Mungomezi yet again draws the foul. How many times have you seen a guy get fouled twice shooting three-pointers in the space of about a minute? Because that's what it is, less than a minute. Beginning of the first half and right now. You want to get a hand in your face, don't you? But you've got to.
But you can't foul.
Yeah, you can't foul.
You can't foul. You can't foul a jump shooter. It's some of the worst sins of a defensive basketball player. What percentage is he going to shoot on that three-point shot there? It's very unlikely he shoots 50%. You send him to the line, he's almost guaranteed to hit at least 1 point.
And Moses Muyambo is checked in. The backup point guard, number 8. Almost, can they pick it up? That's the question. And we've also had other substitutions as well.
Hands again. I don't think I've ever seen a game where the defender has managed to get a hand on the ball so many times. Not on passes, but when it's in the hands, when people are dribbling, or even when they're just holding it, waiting for action to happen.
Hasi Pamira is into the game as well for Zimbabwe, number 13. He's in the lane. Oh, what a drive! And, oh no, they're going to wipe it off?
Yeah, offensive foul.
So, Algeria got into position to draw the charge, but here it is again. He tried to release it. It's a good finish, but nevertheless, good position.
Great defense.
Well short. Hasi Pamira comes in and gets the rebound. And he looks like another live wire.
He's short because they've got to go so high to get it over Chikoko. And he's their challenger once again.
Hasi Pamira looks like a leaper and he's long. So intriguing front court options here for Zimbabwe.
We haven't seen Tuati yet from Algeria. I'm interested to see him. Court violation against the pressure.
Wow. Did not expect to see that. And now we're going to see Tinotinda Mugabe, the son of Zimbabwe's head of state, Roberto Mugabe. Yep. Checks into the game. Or Robert Mugabe. Excuse me. The shooting guard has got good length. Another foul on the three-point line, and this time it's been committed by Moses Muyambo. So the first free throw is good. Second by Benzigala is no good. And the third is good, so that gets it back to 23-18. Muyambo gets it to Chikoko. Now Mugabe. Mugabe gets inside, puts up a very difficult shot, but draws the foul. I don't understand. I mean, that's almost as bad as fouling a jump shooter. Fouling, look at this, Lloyd. This far away from the basket to bump. Well, he's just moving. But they've blown the whistle. And Mugabe goes to the free throw line. no good as well, so missed opportunity. Algeria get it down low and swat from Pasipamire. So if it's not Chikoko wreaking havoc inside, it's Pasipamire. And the drive and another situation with free throws. And it's kind of like when you look at the Algerian bench and the Algerian players, it's like it's kind of like, wow, these guys are really good.
Yeah. Look at that challenge.
That's Pasipamire.
Yeah.
So he's on the SWAT team. Mekdad picked up the foul. And he's the man that's been doing some damage at the free throw line. And Algeria, they definitely have their work cut out for them. Meze sinks the first. And the second. He's got 10 points. That's a game high. Harat. And offensive foul called on Algeria. So the strategy, if they are trying to draw Chikoko away from the basket, the other interesting thing is there, Lloyd, is that they've got Pasipamire in there. It's not as significant of a loss if he does go away, doesn't he, out of the lane?
Yeah.
Because you've got two guys now that can patrol the lane.
And two guys that can guard out in the perimeter as well if they have to. Discrepancy over this foul. Charrier has gone out. He's picked up his third.
Well, Charrier, don't forget, was the person who got the foul.
Yeah, I think he's only two. He's down with three. Now they're arguing another one.
Now they must have marked. Do you think they marked it the other way at the end of the first half?
So now they're arguing a foul between 10 and 7. One's gone down on number 7. That's Mekdad. He's picked up his third. But the Algerians are claiming Rolly should have picked up number 10. Doesn't have any change, so Mekdad still has 3 fouls.
Pasipamire inside. He just hits the jumper. It's just almost like one revelation after another with this Zimbabwe team. It's incredible. And Mugabe fouls Mekdad.
Some confidence, doesn't he? That's just called it. Spins, knocks it down. Some young players as well. Zimbabwe. Pasipamire is only 21.
Talk about putting them in the shop window. Yeah. These kids, there will be people, important people watching this game that will be writing down notes right now thinking, look out for this guy. Maybe we should have him in our team. Well, 27-20. Long way to go in this one. Yambo gets inside, puts it up there for Chikoko, and then he passes out strangely. I would have thought he would have gone up, and Mekdad goes in hard and draws the foul. That was a missed opportunity for Chikoko in Zimbabwe.
Yeah. It was a really nice pass off the penetration. Yambo, was it? I mean, the first pass, the spacing wasn't right because they had both big guys in the paint. That's why. Rather than go up with it, Chikoko had to try and force a pass. And spacing is so key in the game. And if you have space to play, and everything works, if you're crowded out, it becomes very difficult indeed.
The free throws are good. We're back to a 5-point deficit here with 6.5 minutes, and suddenly there's just a little bit of a momentum shift. Another needless turnover. Coco having words with his teammate about the pass. And inside it goes. And they don't keep Gazul off the boards. And now Algeria have the wind in their sails. And inside it goes to Pasimapire. And he puts it up and draws the foul. So is it on Gazul?
He put it on number 8, Benzigala.
Sikoko may have gotten away with one there. Anyway, we've got timeout on the floor, 4 minutes into the second half. As both teams retreat to their benches. Well, we saw such a good spell of play from Zimbabwe.
We go to foul, we go to the lane. That's basketball. We mustn't panic, gentlemen. You can't panic.
You know, you're trying to play this level, and even Chikoto and the others with the free throw shooting percentages talked about it. You know, they willingly admit they want to come here and win as many games as possible, but also develop basketball in Zimbabwe. You know, that kind of indicates that it is kind of that learning experience. They learn how to play in the game. That's a pretty low number.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's one of those things. They come, they want to compete, and Zimbabwe. I'm very impressed because some of the other teams, like we say, they have very short rotation. They aren't deep enough, but they've played 9 players already. They've gone deep into the bench. They haven't lost a lot when they've gone into the bench. Obviously, Chikoko is key. He's going to have to play big minutes and stay on the floor. But apart from him, you know, everybody else is kind of rotating in and out. You know, great production from a number of guys. So, yeah, very positive signs. We said it's a winnable game for them. This.
Mugabe. And Mekdad. Now Harat goes right at Pasimapire. And Chikoko gets the block. He's fearless, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not, you know, with those 2 big guys in there, he's just going to go right at him.
Yeah, just doesn't back down from anything. He's just so good. You know, that just here, look, little shifty steps and fakes and step throughs. I mean, he picks up fouls. And if he isn't fouled, he's able to get to the ring. Have some decent range as well. Can step out and you know, knock it down. You don't call him a three-point shooter, but you know, he does have the ability to make threes.
Lloyd, both of these teams are missing some free throws here. Algeria now down to 61%. And that'll drop even more after that one, down to 58%. Zimbabwe at 59%. Oh, Muyombo drives in, hands it off, and another basket inside by Pasimapire. Mekdad hands it off to Gazul, and Gazul draws the foul. And I believe that was on Brian Hoare. Has come in as a backup, big man. So Chikoko getting his first breather. Probably signs of relief over there with Algeria. You wouldn't expect him to play the entire game because he misses the free throw. Second one is good. He has a lot of length, Gazul. And Mugabe's pass was behind his teammate Muyombo. And now inside it goes. It gets blocked by Pasimapire, but Gazul was there for the follow.
Winded now, Zimbabwe. They need this halftime break to come.
When Muyombo drives in, oh, and he gets rejected. He saw the path to the basket open up, he took it, but then Mekdad came over and blocked it, and the three-pointer from Algeria, from number 13, Gaham, suddenly Algeria's fans are on their feet. Their team's down by just one. Passing up here, where he's hit one. This one is short.
You need a timeout here if you're Zimbabwe. You need some way to stop this momentum.
Well, Mekdad for three, and he leaves the follow-through for good measure. And Algeria has stormed back to take a 32-30 advantage on this three-pointer. Look at it again. An offensive foul called on Hoare for setting the pick. And the coach, Ellery Pinkerton, has to make a change here. Matururi is going to come back in, as well as Chitsinde, the captain, and both Mungomezi, who is the leading scorer, he comes out, as well as Muyambo. Another three attempt, and the rebound by the captain, Chitsinde. Gazul this time puts his big paws up there and blocks the shot.
That's the length you're talking about. There's a recovery. He's out of position, really. Not get any chance. A long time without a score now.
Mugabe gets inside and a little bit short, but fortuitous at the right place at the right time. That was Matururi.
There's nearly 3 minutes without scoring there for Zimbabwe. There was a much-needed basket.
Mugabe picks up the foul on Mekdad. So the Algerian fans recognizing their team's run. This will put their team back in front if Mekdad makes it, but he misses another one. Gosh, the free throws are staying out at an alarming pace now for Algeria, down to 55%, just 12 of 22.
Both teams, neither of them at 60%.
And Mugabe's going to come out and be replaced by Eric Banda. Well, the starters have had a breather, and most of them are back in, well, 3 of them are back in the game now. Nice pass, bringing the baseline back outside. Passing up here, goes up. And a foul called again on Brian Hoare. So Zimbabwe, both teams in the bonus, so free throws. Different game when Shikoku's out, isn't it?
Yeah. For quite a while, it's been a slow game, so a lot of time hasn't kind of come off the clock. In terms of just minutes.
He's played 15 minutes, but he's only got 1 foul, so.
They don't need him. It's a similar thing we talked about in the last game. They'll need him down the stretch.
Keep him.
Yeah, they want him to play as many minutes as they can. As long as Algeria don't run away in this next minute or so, and while he's on the bench, they'll leave him another 30 seconds, I'd have thought, before they bring him back.
So back to the free throw line, Zimbabwe. And that one goes in. And what an offensive rebound, and opportunity goes by, and that they release early, and Algeria getting an easy one.
Didn't work for Zimbabwe, did it? They had a clean look at one end.
Yeah, that was a quick 4-point swing.
Yeah. Everybody just fell asleep expecting it to go in.
Three-point attempt, and Chitsinde, the captain, comes to the rescue, gets it back to a one-point game. He's hit 2 threes. Inside, and the second effort, the third effort goes out of bounds, back over to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe bench turning around and telling some of their supporters to be quiet. I don't know why, must have getting too excited or something, but there's the effort that was on that last attempt there. Chitsinde, the left-handed pass inside to Eric Banda. And Mekde reaches, knocks it away.
And the clock.
Shot clock, penetration, and it's going to be Algeria that comes away with it. Up ahead. Oh, and he tries for the dunk, but was fouled. Mohamed Harat.
Just gets everywhere, doesn't he? You know, he was at one end challenging on the rebound. He's the first guy down the floor. And we said about the SWAT patrol, but wow, he went at him.
Well, the complexion of the game just changes when Chikoko, you know, if he goes out for a couple minutes, that's okay. But if he goes out for more than that, he's going to come back in now with a minute 24 remaining. So 2-point advantage for Algeria, make it 3. Zimbabwe won't be too disappointed at this stage as long as they get to halftime and it's close.
It's still that psychological hump of playing so well in the first half and then going in trailing. It's a frustration if you're Zimbabwe and you don't turn this game in the next minute and 17.
Well, especially the way that they came back to take the lead, but Pasimapire had the dunk and he just lost the ball as he went up. Coco in good defensive position there. And that little turnaround jumper by Gazul is off. Banda hands it off to Chitsinde. Surely you got to feed the beast. Go inside. Well, Eric Banda's going to take the 3. Back the other way. 3-pointer off. Zimbabwe race with 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sunday, the captain, takes it away. Faz, now there you go. Gets it to Chikoko, but he misses from close range.
He's got to add that skill, doesn't he? You know, the secure finish. Catches it so deep, they can't afford to miss like that.
No, you're right. Final 5 seconds of the first half. From the corner, to the back of the rim. And a foul called.
Only 2 shots.
Wow, what an opportunity here. So twice in the game, at the end of the first half, as well as at the end of the first quarter, fouls were committed by Algeria. So Chikoko goes to the free throw line. And makes the first. And misses the second. So he'll take one of two. And with that, Algeria have a 39-37 lead at halftime. Well, it's been eventful, folks. 20 more minutes to come. Don't go away. Well, 39-37 at halftime. Algeria on top of Zimbabwe, and Algeria with a late run to take the lead. Zimbabwe right there. I'm not sure that many people gave him a chance to be there, but matching Algeria on the boards, the 5 steals, and 4 blocks for Zimbabwe. Just 2 blocks for Algeria. A pretty even game.
Yeah, looks like it could be the closest one we've seen so far. 2 very evenly matched teams. Both have weapons, and it's going to be an exciting 20 minutes.
We'll come back for more action here in Tunisia. 39-37, Algeria on top of Zimbabwe at halftime.
Hey, là, on commence la division directement là. D'accord. Next time you catch him, you will throw the ball out of the Understand me? Yeah? Okay. Let's go for it. Let's start team. Team.
Well, Samer Mekdad has 13 points and 14 rebounds for Algeria, who lead 39-37 over a very competitive Zimbabwe. Here's some of what he did today to get those 13 points. A tough-nosed player gets to the basket. But really, the story, Lloyd, it's kind of been a story of runs and a story of Zimbabwe when they removed some of their key players from the game. That's when Algeria made their run to take the lead.
I mean, it's finally balanced, isn't it, for this second half? Both teams have shown what they've got, taking punches from each other. No one's been able to get out on top so far. So it's an intriguing second half in store for us, that's for sure.
Well, Gazul took the jump shot. It was no good. Back for Zimbabwe. And back for Algeria. Zagala dribbling up top. Hands it over to Harat. Tsinde guarding Benzagala. In it goes again to Harat. And he puts it up and scores.
Patient offense from Algeria there. They had open on that far side. He wanted it. It couldn't be found.
That's going to be a tough shot to block. Little jump hook. Almost. Driving in and interesting. Katsimapare. It's the rebound. He goes back up. Somehow found a way through, even with Gazul there, and scored. They have, you know, it's not just that they have one low-post player. They've got two tremendous athletes.
And the impressive thing is often playing two bigs.
Oh, Benzagali, though, drills the three.
Playing the two bigs often, you know, it becomes a problem for spacing, but they move so well. This is zone, 2-3 zone now from Algeria. This may clog up the inside.
The team's been active on the boards here. This is our third game today, Lloyd. What more is there to life than sitting down and watching international basketball? This is fantastic.
So what more is there to life? There's Morocco versus Senegal. That's
coming later.
To life, yeah.
Oh, a three-pointer! Well, Chitsinde, look at Mugabe over on the bench. He says, you can't handle that. Chitsinde has been terrific today. Captain. All right, gets inside, puts it up. Gazul was there, and now Algeria, despite the presence of Chikoko and Pasipa Mire are going inside.
As you said in the first half, though, he is fearless. You know, he really just does impress me every time I see him play. Sean Whalen, former head coach of Algeria, spoke to him at last AfroBasket, an American coach, and he was just so impressed, so full of praise for Harat and the impact he can have, the way he just goes at anybody. And he said there's very little he can't do on the basketball court. Substitution in for the first time, Tuati. Tuati was the main big for Algeria last year, comes on already, he's made a mistake. Frustration. That's going to come out. Third foul, Harat just picked it up.
the teams will advance to the next round, so they're playing for positions. This is the opener for both of these teams. And more importantly for Zimbabwe, it's their first game at an AfroBasket, so huge moment for them. And you can see they relish this opportunity. Inside, good strong move. Pasipapari follows it up and has an and one.
This duo on the inside. I mean, you box one out, the other gets it. You go past one, the other blocks it on defense. Fantastic combo. And a young combo as well. Wow. I mean, Zimbabwean basketball is in very good hands, isn't it? And these two on the inside.
Well, the thing is, they're young.
Yeah. 21 and 24.
There's
right?
nothing not to like about them. I mean, yeah, they're not the finished articles, but now we're seeing the Zimbabwe bench as well start to really get into it. So we got Zimbabwe on top, confidence growing. Three-pointer. And foul called on Zimbabwe. Tuate has come into the game for Algeria, the big center, for the first time. Good strong move inside. They've attacked in that low post in the third quarter, and that's probably what's most encouraging for Algeria, is they're not afraid to go inside. Chikoko, and he puts it up and in. Well, it's just a terrific encounter. Zagale puts it up, and a three-pointer from him. They're just trading blows right now, folks. Zagale's come to the game here in the third quarter.
He's feeling it, isn't he? Come off that screen, he knew exactly what he was trying to do. Just waiting for that space.
Here it goes. At it, Lloyd. I mean, it's just when you've got two guys, you can't say it enough. You can't keep those guys off the board. You better keep them away from that spot on the floor, or else they're going to kill you.
It's so easy to say and so hard to do. That's the thing.
Well, great answer for Algeria there.
Being off on the bench with a phantom foul. Algeria, I think, in the first half, because he really is a smooth stroking forwards, can extend the defense. Just picks up his fourth low. So the moment I say it's great to have him on the floor, he gives a different dimension to Algeria. He's probably going to have to go out now. This is it. Look, squares it up. Jab step.
Into the corner, and the follow, not quite. And Tuate had his big claws up there. Benzagala now comes back for Algeria. And Benzagala drives in, and you know where that goes. Okay, three words. Four words. Not in my house.
He started to drive, and it was like a black hole. Watch them, both of them coming over. You could see them just lining it up from the moment there was a step.
Boyd, who gets the credit for that block?
I give them both one.
Give them a half a block each. Well, Tuate follows up, and that's good. It's interesting with Tuate. He does cause some problems now for Algeria with his immense size.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't gone to him earlier. He's probably a slightly better offensive player, perhaps, than Ghazal. It's not the most orthodox, but he gets it done. He's got a jump hook as well.
Oh, tough shot! Is that Chitsinde? Chitsinde, yeah. He continues to make plays in Zimbabwe.
Deflection. Hands on the ball from Zimbabwe, nearly another one there. Wow. Haven't had one in a while, but nearly another steal.
Out. Three-pointer. Long rebound. Goes out to Machituri. Couldn't quite get it. And up ahead on the break. And you know Harrod likes to release early, and he does on that occasion.
Always around something. Always making a play. Harrod once again just slipped out.
Beautiful play from Machituri, but just doesn't finish. He was right where he wanted to be. It's a 5-point game, and suddenly Algeria with a chance to stretch it. And the foul has been drawn. Algeria finding a way to the basket, really, in this quarter. They've been far more committed, not to mention the fact that Benzigala's helped out, but still a long way to go. Taking a stretch there. What do you think? Yeah. Wasted free throw.
That's 3,000 plus a point. Yeah.
That's an Pare. So 3 fouls. That's not disastrous at this stage of the game.
No, they may get them a minute here just to end this third quarter. If you go into the fourth with 3, you're fine. You know, the foul shouldn't really matter. It's a good move on the side to just give him a little rest now. You might be able to even bring him back for Chikoko at the start of the fourth quarter. Get him a blow before you end the game with him. Be careful, stretch to 7 now. It could be more after the turnover.
O'Hara quickly up to Demick, and he just kind of controlled himself, and Zimbabwe committed a foul. And Algeria, I think we're asking for a sportsmanlike, but watch this. No, nothing unsportsmanlike about that at all. Just good hustle. The foul. So 7-point lead, and Algeria now starting to put a little distance between themselves and Zimbabwe. Timeout on the floor. They took the punches in the first quarter. They came back. Zimbabwe, let's see what they're made of here now. Algeria's starting to look more like the Algeria that we expected.
11-4 run, and it's come at a crucial time. That's what we've seen. You know, one run is sometimes enough to win a game. As you said, we've got to see what they're made of. Zimbabwe here, because if they do fold here in this next 2 minutes and 40 seconds, it's going to be really difficult for them to come back in the fourth quarter.
Baghdad's had himself a nice game in spurts. And here he is off the line going to 14 points. And makes both free throws. And now it's 9. And you start to wonder now defensively if Zimbabwe is a little bit vulnerable. They were so good in the first half.
They need a score. Their offense has gone. Not only do they not score, and it's similar to what we've seen in other games. It's leading easy opportunities for Algeria in transition. You know, they've turned it over or they've missed long threes, and the rebound's been a breakaway. Harat first of all, and then he made the pass as well, didn't he?
It goes inside to Harat, and he's earning his money tonight, at least in the third quarter, right there under the basket.
Great play though in execution. We got wide open off a little pick. Zimbabwe, I don't know where the defense was. Poor communication from them. It's been this zone for Algeria, which has caused all sorts of problems.
Now Chikoko, is that in his skill set? Well, he might be able to make it, but that's almost a little bit desperate. Maybe not playing to his strengths. 11-point lead. Zimbabwe starting to crumble a little bit. They didn't have to go in the third. All right, again, and taking on 3 Zimbabwe players, draws the foul.
Harat is a 6'6", 2 meter. 198, I think, is actually power forward. Going against this front line from Zimbabwe after we've been saying how good they are. 16 points, 10 rebounds. I mean, that's a pretty solid performance, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's gotten a lot of it down low, although he has released it early a couple of times. And he also got that basket at the start of the game.
Yeah. Well, he does a man's work, though.
Well, he's savvy. He's got the experience, doesn't he?
Still young as well. Yeah, 25.
He's 25.
Yeah, he looks older than his years, but
he played 2 years ago.
Yep.
And that three-pointer, and looks like Zimbabwe's starting to run out of ideas offensively.
The zone really has just thrown a spanner in the works for them. It's clogged up that middle.
Final minute of the third quarter. Kikish drives, dumps it, and that was Harat who followed, but a foul called beforehand.
He needed to make the pass one dribble earlier. It was all set for him. The first move was really good to beat the defender. As the help came, that was the time to make the pass. Just trying to get too greedy, really. Tried to make too good a play.
Long three, no good.
And he's just taken away the inside game completely.
But look at Harat. I mean, he just takes it on the way, puts it up off the glass. So not only is he challenging him in low, but he's showing the ability to put the ball on the floor and go hard to the hole. What would you say, undersized power forward? So I guess it's not surprising. And the long jump shot. That was good. Stops the bleeding just a little bit. Extend the flow anyway. Shinji's first 2 points. Well, that was a bit of a crazy shot in that situation. It was acceptable. The shot clock winding, or the game clock winding down. So at the end of the third, 66-54. Algeria now in control against Zimbabwe.
Si on fait une passe, on évite de courir. D'accord, Mohamed? Parce que tu fais la passe, il est plus principalement, c'est plus facile. D'accord? Gentlemen, listen up. This is what we spoke about in the change room. Yes? Pressure's getting to us.
Well, really, it's impressive for Algeria. Look at that. Their percentages have shot up.
Yeah?
Zimbabwe's have gone
We are
down.
a team. We've got to play as a team, gentlemen.
The percentages have
There's
gone
no
up because
fault
they've got
rushing.
fast break
There's enough
points.
time.
You know, layups in
Let's not let you guys go
transition,
crazy.
wide open jumpers.
Just
They put
play
it
our
down to
own
the
game.
inside.
We'll come back.
You know, it's all been about that
Yeah?
change in
That's
defense.
all.
They
The
go to
players
the
don't do
zone,
it.
and
We
Zimbabwe
don't have
haven't
to go for the
responded well.
three-pointer.
They look so good against the man-to-man. They've found a way to get the ball to the inside duo. Yeah, 19-11, very impressive game, and he really has just dominated.
Although for a while, you know, it was Megdad that was really kind of carrying the load offensively. Megdad's not had himself a bad game either. 22 minutes, he's got 50 points and 5 rebounds. A couple of assists. But, you know, I mean, the good thing is, you know, this just kind of reinforces how there seems to be more parity at this AfroBasket than perhaps we expected. That Zimbabwe would come out and push Algeria hard as they have in this game.
I think with this tournament as a whole, that there aren't a great deal of blowouts. You know, there's often maybe one team, but even in 2013, there wasn't a lot of games where it was really unmanageable. You know, even the ones you sort of went into thinking it's a very strong team against a weaker one. You know, weaker teams always found a way to play. A lot of heart, a lot of character, just like that.
There you go. Chikoko says, "Don't count us out yet," and he gets an and one.
Algeria went back to the man-to-man. I'm not really sure why. They left one-on-one in the low post for Chikoko. Immediately they get it there, and he gets some points.
Boy, 2 pump fakes, and finally goes up and scores and draws the foul. But too hard with the free throw. Gets it back to 10. Outside. I wonder if his role is going to change. He's going to get inside, put it up, a short one. Seems more effective when his feet are set and he's outside. So there is an opportunity here for Zimbabwe. You can feel it. And Chikoko goes in and gets blocked. Or was that Banda? Quickly is Dikish.
Transition points once more. 16 fast break points now for Algeria.
That was a quick 3.
Could be more now.
And another battle for the loose ball is going to go over. Chikoko came in from out of bounds. Good.
They're feeling comfortable now, aren't they? Algeria, you can see the confidence growing.
Here he is again, the big fella coming off the bench, skyscraper. Must have been a calculated, must have, you know, foreseen this happening, and he saved him for the second half for some reason. Interesting move though, to keep a big fella like that on the bench. Zagala dribbling around, puts up a little short one. This time he does get it. And he looks at everybody and says, "You can't stop that." Look at him. He's shaking his head. "You can't stop it." 72-56, and this thing has just gotten out of control for Zimbabwe. I thought maybe Chikoko's early drive in the fourth quarter might give Zimbabwe a chance, but really it's Algeria that's going for the jugular at this stage.
32-19 second half at the moment. Zimbabwe just been in the back of a couple of runs. Algeria have got on, haven't been able to respond. The worrying thing for them is I'm sure the other teams in this group will be looking on and seeing the way the 2-3 zone has just changed the game. I'm thinking we might practice that in our day off before we face Zimbabwe.
The second one is good. Keep things into perspective as well. It's the debut appearance on AfroBasket for Zimbabwe. Chikoko is not going to challenge him. Three-pointer, no good, but this is where Harat has just been almost unstoppable. He just misses the shot. Chitsende brings it across midcourt. And Chikoko, they've called the block on Dakish.
Put it on Chikoko.
Yeah, that's what I meant. He blocked him. They called the block. Trying to set the screens. Good call. Kind of stopped and leaned into him. Do you think? Coach? I'll take it by your silence. You don't agree. I've seen worse.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of screens being set like that the way this game's gone.
Zimbabwe get into the lane, put up a tough shot, and draw another foul. This was Matururi.
Possible sign of life for Zimbabwe. That's the fourth foul on Harat there. So if he's going to have to go out, it's just 7 minutes to go. They've got Cherier to come in. Algeria, but the way Harat has been doing everything. Is this the opportunity, perhaps?
Well, 13 points down. One thing's for sure, Zimbabwe need to make their free throws at this stage of the game. So Harat exits. Zagala looks inside. Tuate's too tempted. He's going to go right at Chikoko. And he gets it over him. Maybe not the first option. And Zimbabwe with another chance. Uyamba. He's coming to run the point. And good strong move from Matururi. Tatenda Matururi. And all of a sudden, back to an 11-point game, and Zimbabwe can get it back to 10.
That's a fantastic finish from him on the drive, isn't it? You know, the creativity.
Yeah, seeing that makes you wonder. I haven't really seen as much penetration from him. Some more jump shooting.
He's the guy that really put the team on the back in qualifying. He had an impressive win over South Africa, Zimbabwe, to get here. 2 points in overtime, and in that game, he had 29 points in the Zone 6 qualifier.
Lloyd, now what happened is on the missed free throw, Chikoko was going up, and he was fouled by Tuate, so he now has 2 free throws.
He was on the rebound, yeah.
But as we said, got to take advantage of the chances. So what was that you were saying about the hero? Oh, it was for the hero in the qualifying, Mature.
Yeah, 29 points in the win over South Africa. And a great win for Zimbabwe.
That was an exciting part of the year, really, watching how those AfroBasket games, qualifiers were going. As you see, Takish coming out of the game and Mekdad back in. Because a lot of teams that you would expect to win did not win. Senegal didn't win, having had such a good World Cup, getting to the round of 16. But then again, they were missing a lot of their players. They still got a wild card to play in this event, and we'll get to see them later tonight. Benzigala. Gazuli turns a little bit too hard, and all of a sudden, with Haddad leaving the game, it really just seems like the offense is left for Algeria, hasn't it? Yeah. It's that good. And Yamba hands it off. And, that was a wide open shot for Pasipa Mire.
The problem is the offense for Zimbabwe has disappeared as well.
Yes.
They've held Algeria to 6 points in this fourth quarter, but they only scored 8 themselves.
And Zigala for 3. Good! Well, that's where he's been doing his damage.
Pulled a stroke, didn't he, second half?
13 points for him. 3 of 7 from three-point range. Here he is again. Penetration. And they might give that to Chikoku. So a good drive from Maturore. Can't trade baskets, though. Need to get the stops and score themselves. Good reach. A foul by Mekdad. Good steal, knocking it away from Duncan Shinje.
It's a confident stroke, isn't it?
Interesting how all of these tournaments, they move around every 2 years. Last time it was in West Africa, Cote d'Ivoire. You were there. Do you find it to be a real different feeling moving from that part of the world to this part of the world, North Africa?
Yeah, I would say in the surroundings more than anything. The arena was a lot more compact. It was a lot tighter. And what you found is almost every team, a group of fans would come into the arena and cheer their team on as well. We haven't really seen that here. Algerians are really the first team that's brought anybody after Tunisia.
Well, Benzigala with another three-pointer. And now he has 16 points. And he's their second leading scorer behind Harad. And the pass intercepted. Mekdad takes it all the way in. A little bit would have been better, and Zimbabwe just fumbled the ball out of bounds. So that was a missed opportunity. Tatenda Maturore just could not collect it. Do you think comparing this to the EuroBasket and the FIBA Americas Championship, and I guess the FIBA Asia Championship, the fact that all 4 teams advanced, does that take away some of the sense of urgency from these games?
Yes and no, but I don't think any of the teams
they don't
play.
dwell on that?
No. They don't play thinking it's okay to lose.
Yeah.
I think that every team wants to win because they want a great spot for the knockout game.
Another three-pointer. This one from Amour of Algeria, and that may have just about done it. 81-66, 15-point advantage. And foul called on Mekdad. And Mekdad needs to be careful. He's not too theatrical with his disapproval. I have seen technicals given for that. Referees don't want to be showed up. That was the last 3 from Amour. The Algerian coach bears a slight resemblance to Greg Popovich. Maybe with the gray hair. Tall. You'll reserve comment on that. Oh, beautiful offensive rebound, but good challenge from the Tunisian defense. Oh, the drive. Oh, he missed. But the follow from Gazul, blocked from Chikoko, and then a foul. So Gazul, the Algerian fans starting to celebrate a little bit here. That would have been a highlight reel play perhaps if he'd dunked that. And the free throw is no good. The foul was on Chikoko. Yeah. And this is the second one, but no box out. And Ward flies in there for the rebound. 3.5 minutes remaining. Right at the end of the shot clock, Benzigala, I guess he got it off in time. Points. It's hard to see Zimbabwe doing it right now, and the travel. So what we're seeing is the challenge from the underdogs. You know, they're well prepared, they're coming out, they're playing with a lot of energy, playing with a lot of excitement, but you know, the key is to sustain it. And you've got to be able to make adjustments as well.
Absolutely, and we saw Algeria did. They went to the zone, and Zimbabwe weren't able to respond. I also think second half, you know, the point guard performance from Algeria, Benzigala, has been very good indeed. You know, he's pulled all the strings. He's made shots, he's made passes. You know, considering he wasn't in the team last year, and some people question the fact that Abdulhaim Kouani isn't here because he wasn't selected after playing the most minutes of anybody for Algeria in 2013, but I think it's been justified so far. Benzigala has been absolutely, you know, arguably, even with the performance of Harat, you know, he's been arguably their best player in this game.
He certainly played at the key moments when they took command. Timeout on the floor. Zimbabwe, 2.5 minutes remaining, trailing by 16, perhaps feeling like they, you know, they had an opportunity, but, you know, I guess there's also the reminder or the revelation or the realization that this is the level where they have to play.
It's similar to how we said for Uganda. Disappointment for Zimbabwe is they play so well, they're going to look at the score at the end of the game and it's not going to seem close.
It's deceiving, isn't it?
And if you take, it's what you take away from the game. So if you take away the great experience, what you've got to learn, you've got to work at your own offense, you know, then Zimbabwe will get things from that.
Look at that, Benzigala, the 6 assists to go along with the 16 points.
And that was Harat we saw in the picture, but here he is. Benzigala, like I said, you know, he's been arguably the best player, even with the performance of Harat. As I said, you know, Zimbabwe have to make sure they stay positive for the rest of the game, because this one performance doesn't make or break your tournament. The same way one win here doesn't see you through to the next, you know, through the knockout rounds. A loss here doesn't see you out of them either.
And reach in. Like gets it back.
It's a poor foul.
Who would you, I mean, if you got to pick your poison, if your opponents of Algeria, I suppose you want to take Harat out of the game, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
The crucial factor for them will be if Benzigala can hit threes. I would guess one crucial factor, or somebody will, because that'll open up the lanes.
I think you'd go at Harat early and try and draw some fouls on him, because if he's not in the game, it's just completely different for Algeria.
Three-pointer, no, falls away. I think there was a drop-off. You know, looking back in that first half with Zimbabwe, they had the lead. They sat down their frontline players, and, you know, that's when the run came. They took out Banda, they took out Chikoko. They kept Pasi Mire in, but, you know, it wasn't enough, and they kept Chitsinde in. Actually, no, they took him out as well, and I think it was the majority when the subs came in. Even though they were playing hard, you know, they just weren't quite at the same same level, obviously, as the starters.
That's the thing about coaching. You've got to have that balance on the floor all the time. You know, where are your points going to come from? So if Chikoku's out and you're playing without his big presence, you need your other better players in to cover that gap. You know, maybe if he's on the floor, you can take one or two of them out. And perhaps Zimbabwe didn't get that balance right, like you say, in that first half.
So that'll be something to look back, and he'll know, especially if you're leading. I thought at the time when he did it, I was like, well, he's got time now to buy his players some time. But and actually, it was the same issue with Mozambique when they took out Matos, and he was playing very well. Well, corner three. That does not too much for you. And the pass was batted, but landed up in the hands of the Algerians. So on the strength of some good performances from Benzigala and Harat, Mekdad, this Algerian team is easing to its first win. And that was too bad that was leading Chikoko too much, because we might have had a dunk there. But we've certainly seen enough from Zimbabwe tonight to appreciate this is a basketball team that is on the rise, and it's going to be fun and exciting watching them, not only at this AfroBasket, but in the years to come.
They're going to be in with a shot against Cape Verde. They're going to be in with a shot against Cote d'Ivoire as well, that's for sure. So they've got to keep their heads.
And certainly the Cape Verde game against Zimbabwe should be a real spectacle. Algeria add to their total, 87-67. And I guess Zimbabwe are just going to call off the horse. They're going to call off the dogs, and that'll be it. So 20-point win for Algeria. It was an almighty struggle for about 25 minutes, 27 minutes, and they just really then just kind of took command, experienced everything else. They get the win against Zimbabwe. Algeria ended up shooting it the same as Zimbabwe. Got a lot of free throws. Key stat for you in any of this?
Perhaps the 17 turnovers for Zimbabwe. The other thing is they had 7 steals, but they had 5 at the half. You know, at first half, their defense created so much. Just took Algeria out of the game. The pressure they put on the guards meant they couldn't get the ball to Harat. You know, he didn't have the same influence. And then also second half, Benzigala as well just found more freedom to operate offensively. And of course, as I said, the zone, I think, was the turning point in the game.
Well, that's the final, 87-67. Algeria beat Zimbabwe.
أيوة منير بن زقالة وسمير مقداد، بس المقابلتين هيكونوا بالإنجليزية مش بالعربية، ففي مترجم ولا أعمل أنا الترجمة؟ أوكي أوكي أترجم أنا، أوكي مش مشكلة. أوكي أوكي لا اثنين من الجزائر. منير من الجزائر. منير بن زقالة رقم 8 وسمير مقداد رقم 7. I'm sorry for waiting. Sorry. سمير مقداد رقم 7 وهيتكلم قبله على طول منير بن زقالة رقم 8. اوكي ستاند باي. سامع. نعم آسيا بطبيعة الحال بعد هذا الفوز المنتخب الجزائري. معنا منير بن زقالة لاعب المنتخب الجزائري. منير, it was not the easy game we all thought about, because in the first 2 quarters it was like equal somehow.
Yeah, I think we were just a little bit excited. We didn't get off to a good start, and we just had to calm down and just play our basketball, get out on fast break, get some easy baskets to get our sensation back.